Hey folks, today let's understand what are the 10 questions we can ask ourselves when we are selecting our target audience or TA. So, what exactly is TA? TA, of course, is target audience, but what do we mean by that? They are basically a group of people whom we want to reach out to and look at the problems they are dealing with, and we have to provide solutions to them. Okay, so simply put, your target market or your target audience are those people whom you want to go ahead and help and provide solutions to. Now, many a times what happens is people make this mistake. They feel that I can cater to the entire world. The entire world is my TA. The entire world is my target market. But the problem is, if you're focusing on everyone, you're literally focusing on no one. So when you're doing any campaign, keep in mind that at that time you're going to focus on a specific niche, on a specific audience, all right? And you need to understand the language that they're talking in, the kind of words they are using, and copy paste the exact words and talk to them in that language, because that is something that they are going to resonate with, right? So that's that whenever you are going ahead and trying to select your target audience, remember that they will associate with you when they can hear the language that they know already. Okay, and understand one thing, that people here do not care about how great you are, what is the massive achievements you've had in your life. All they care about is, are you the person who can provide them with the result that they are looking for? And if you are, they'll be happy to join you, they'll be happy to join your tribe and follow your strategies and methodologies. Okay, so with that, now let's understand what are the 10 questions that you can ask yourself when you are in the whole process of selecting your target audience. So the first question is demographics. You need to understand what are the demographics of the people you are wanting to cater to. So when I mention demographics, I'm talking from a quantitative perspective. Okay, so it could be what is the age range like, what is the gender, do you want to cater to only males or only females, or your business does not have to be gender specific. What are the income levels like, what is their occupation, what do they have their own businesses, do they go on jobs, are they freelancers, what industries are they working in, what is their marital status, which city, which country are they in, and so on. So this is your demographics. That's question number one that you need to ask. Okay, next, coming to question number two, which is psychographics. This is basically qualitative aspect of a person or his life. So here you're looking at the behaviors of the person, what are his interests like, what are his opinions about certain things, what is his lifestyle like, what are the kind of habits he has. So simply put, let's say a person is a music lover or an NBA fan, a dog lover. These are what come under psychographics. Okay, so it's very important that you understand this aspect really well, because when some person has a deep interest in something, it becomes easy for you to find that person. Very simple example is, let's say if I am running an ad campaign, okay, and I am targeting people, let's say, who are in training and development field. Okay, now that is too broad. The people who are really serious about training and development, they would be maybe following Brian Tracy, Jack Canfield, or probably Tony Robbins, or something more specific. So if you target these people who like certain personalities, or who like certain books, names of certain clubs, names of certain associations, that makes much more sense, because you're actually going niche, you're actually going and targeting the serious folks. All right. Now, coming to question number three, this is extremely crucial. Now, while you might be targeting people, you may target with one thing in your mind, that is there enough money? Okay, that's one aspect. But ask yourself, do you really enjoy working with this group? If you are, in a closed door with these people for days together, months together, would you get bored of them, or would you still enjoy talking to them? So this is something very crucial. Yes, money is extremely important. That's a factor that we see. But apart from that, you also need to see whether you really enjoy talking and interacting and helping this particular segment. Okay. Now that brings me to my question number four, Question number 4 that you can ask yourself is, what kind of connection do I have with this audience? Why do I feel like helping this audience? Is it because I've gone through something similar? Or probably my family has gone through something similar? Or probably I have in the past gone ahead and trained so and so people, or interacted with so and so people. Okay, so that's another important thing that you need to understand. Why is that connection there? Try to trace back and see, why is that connection existing today? Why do you have the deep desire to actually help people out in that particular segment? Okay, next question that you can ask is, what are the professional organizations or clubs or any activities that my target audience frequents? Okay, here what we are trying to do is, we are actually trying to see where can you find these people in your target audience, and how can you talk to them directly. So suppose if you had to actually go and interact with them, where could you actually find them? Probably you could find them on certain Facebook groups, certain LinkedIn groups, or maybe they are part of certain professional clubs, certain forums, and so on. All right. Next question, very important question, is we're trying to dig deep and understand their interests more. What are the kind of things they like to read? What are the kind of newspapers, magazines, websites they like to go through? What are the kind of videos they watch? What are the kind of podcasts they listen to? Right now, why do we do this is, again, now if a person is really serious about a particular thing, he is going to dive deep. So let's say somebody is really serious about entrepreneurship. There's a very high chance that he or she is following your story, is following Forbes, and is also following certain names which only people who are really in the interest know. Right, so let's say if somebody loves photography, rather than just following a simple page, like a broad page related to photography, he may probably niche down and maybe follow an amateur photographer or certain photography magazines. Now these tiny things actually help us to understand what deep problem the person is in, or what deep desire a person has. It also helps us to understand what are the deep interests the person has. All right, with that, let's move to the next question. The next question is, do I understand the problems that my market is facing? Now, this is extremely important. Maybe you have deep connection with this market, but do you really understand the problem that the market faces? Do you think your product or your service can actually solve the problem? Now, while you are thinking about the product or service, your target audience is thinking about the results. They don't care about what your product is, what your service is, what is the name of your coaching program. What they care about is, are you the person who can get them the results? If yes, well, you're in good space. Okay. Question number 8 is, how do I know the language that this market uses? So have you been able to figure out what is the language that this market uses? What are the peculiar words? What is the vocab that this market is using? Now, when you use the vocabulary, you use the words that the market is using, it gives you more credibility, right? So ask yourself, do I really know the language that this market uses? Okay, that brings me to question number 9. Do I know what attracts this group? Okay, so by this I mean, do I know how to grab their attention? What words or what headlines or what things in my product or service could actually help me grab their attention? Okay, like for example, if you know somebody has a major back issue, and you tell them that I have this proven strategy that can actually help you to get rid of your back pain in 3 hours or in 3 days. Now you grab their attention because they are facing a back pain since ages, and you are telling them that in 3 hours or 3 days you can actually solve it because you have a proven method, right? Now let's move to the last question, very important and often neglected. The last question, the 10th question is, do I know who influences this group? By that, I mean, I'm trying to figure out that this target audience, whom do they respect? Who are the people that are respected by in this group? What are they advocating? And can I in some way align my product or my service in some way or not? Yeah. So it's very important to know that who are the people who motivate this group, who are the people who influence this group, who are the people that get respect from this group. And once you know that, you actually understand the values of that person, you understand the values of your target audience. And when those values align with your values, you've clicked it, and they feel that they've got the right coach and mentor. Okay, so that is it for today. We've covered 10 questions that can actually help you get sorted in selecting your target audience. If you are new to my world, do remember to go ahead and subscribe to my Facebook group, subscribe to my YouTube channel, go ahead, join my Facebook group, because that's where I keep uploading a lot of videos. So the link to my Facebook group is link.riapunjabi.com/FBVIP. That's link.RHEAPUNJABI.com/FBVIP. I'm looking forward to welcoming you in my world. That's it for today.